beautiful bunch of coconuts. Good to see you. We're starting with the letter X. X, Fox, X. And let me show you how to make that. Yes, I know you know how to make it, and it's very easy to make. I know. Stop yelling at me. So you start up here on the cloud line, go diagonally down, and then you cross it. X marks the spot. Then the lowercase is straight down from that dotted line all the way to the ground line. X marks the spot. X, Fox, X. And I'm going to read this book called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. This guy, he's had a dickens of a day. And let me tell you, this is the fourth time I've tried to read this book. So I think whatever Alexander had, I have, because this is the fourth time. Let's hope I can get through it. Okay, with no errors. And it's written by Judith Viorst. Here we go. This poor guy. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard. And by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Okay, so this is how it started. You're going to have to tell me two ways that his day went wrong. What are two things that happened that was just awful for him? Two. So keep your ears peeled. Whoops, let's go on this side so I can read it. It says, at breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. Poor little duck. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window, too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Some days are like that. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. Wow, it's an invisible castle. Do you think she could see it if it was invisible? Think about it, Alexander. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyle was his next best friend, and then I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone and lands in Australia. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had those little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh, he's getting the bumper lip. You know, that one. Now here's the picture. Oops, sorry. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then I started crying because of the mud, and Nick said I was a crybaby, and while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. Scolded me, and she said, what are you doing? I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I said to everybody. And no one even answered. Okay, there are his brothers. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some new sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine. But I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said, "Don't fool around with his phone." But I think I called Australia. My dad said, "Please don't pick him up anymore." It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Even his mother is shaking her head. Look at the ink on Daddy's table and desk. Poor guy. Here's dinner time. Oh, he's got a pickle puss. Uh-oh, what happened there? There were lima beans for dinner. I hate limas. There was kissing on TV. Ugh, and I hate kissing. Blah. Oh, at the bathtub. He's even got a problem in the bathtub. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes, and my marble went down the drain. And I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse light burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says there are days like that. Even in Australia. Poor Alexander. He had a rough day. He looks like a grumbled muffin, doesn't he? Right on the front. Like, So tell me 2 things that went wrong in his day. 2. And I hope they never happened to you. But I got through this book. That was the 4th time. So yay! I guess my day is not terrible, horrible, or no good anymore. Have a great day. See you later.